Meridy here with Not Just for Boys Kit Club, and today I'm going to be showing you how to put together the page kit called Seashore. And first I'm going to start by telling you what you're going to get in your kit. So you're going to get one sheet of instructions that's full color on both sides, and I'm not showing that here in the video, but that's in your kit that you're going to receive. And then you're going to get the following embellishments: the Simple Stories foam stickers from Simple Vintage Coastal, and there's two sheets in here. There's that sheet and this sheet. I just took it out of the package so you didn't have to listen to me crinkling the package, but there's two sheets in there. And you're also going to get the Simple Stories Simple Vintage Coastal Bits and Pieces, which has 58 pieces. There's some really good, cute stuff in here. Seashells, this is my happy place, an anchor, a little chair, living the good life, little tropical lizard, some definitions, all kinds of seashells and phrases and seagulls, all kinds of goodies like that. There's a lot of pieces in there. And then you're also going to get one pack of Not Just for Boys Kit Club Starfish Gold Charms. There's 6 of them in there. And one jar of clear finishing touches. These are like little clear acrylic little flat backs. They kind of look like water droplets when they're turned the right direction there. I think you can probably see them better on that color. Yeah, these are really cool. I love these. Okay, and then you're also going to get paper. You're gonna get the following papers. Let me get these out of the way. You're going to get one piece of the Simple Stories Simple Vintage Coastal paper called On Island Time, and there's a map of water on one side and wood grain on the other. You're going to get an Urban Jungle, Minte Urban Jungle number 5, and it's got this really cool hexagon wood pattern on one side and some little tropical floral bunches and leaves on the other. You're gonna get one Echo Park Designer Solids paper called It's a Boy. It's teal on one side and it says tan on the other, but it's more gray to me than tan. You're gonna get 2 sheets of this Ella and Vive vintage backgrounds, and it kind of looks like a sky going ombre into, there's nothing on the back side, a sky going ombre down into the greenish yellows. And then the last piece you're going to get is Cartabella Road Trip Designer Solid, and it's green on one side and cream on the other. So the first thing that you're going to want to do when you open your kit, and make sure everything's there, and there on the back of the instruction sheet there are cutting guides how you're going to cut these papers. So you're going to go ahead and cut those papers, and I'm going to do that, and I will be right back. Hi friends. Okay, I have all of my papers cut. And as you may know from watching previous videos, instead of using photos on my videos, I use these papers to represent my photos. Okay, the first thing that we're gonna do is trim down these photos so that the 4x6s are really 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. So we're gonna trim 1/4 inch off of 2 sides or 1/8 of an inch off all 4 sides. And we're gonna do the same thing to these 3 photos. We're gonna trim them down so that they're 2 3/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches. It just makes the matte sizes full sizes or full inch sizes, and it's so much easier to work with than trying to put like 1/8 inch measurements in all of the cuts. So we're just going to trim those down, and I will be right back. Alrighty, all of my photos are trimmed down, and the first thing that we're going to do is mat these 3 3x4s on this piece of paper. We're gonna mat them on the off-white side first, and I'm actually gonna mat them going this way because I want this chunk right here to be able to be used to mat them the second time. So we're gonna mat just like this. 1, and then we'll trim these out. So after those are matted on the off-white side, you're gonna flip this over and mat them on the green. And I'm sorry, I missed a step. You're gonna triple mat these. So next we're gonna mat them on this blue paper, and this time we're not gonna cut them apart. We're just going to keep them on one big piece of the blue paper. You'll see what I mean. We're just gonna cut around the whole rectangle. You're also going to mat the 2 4x6 photos on this blue paper. So I'm gonna cut 2 pieces of this blue paper that are exactly 4 inches by 6 inches as well when I'm here right now. Alrighty, so we've got these 3 matted on each on their separate off-white and now on the little thin blue. And now we are gonna take and triple mat it on this green. And this is fairly simple. If I could pick it up, this is fairly simple. I made the green mat a little bit wider than the other 2 mats, so it really pops. And I'll just trim this out. We've got some scraps here that you can use for another layout if you choose to make another layout out of your scraps. And then these photos are gonna mat right on this blue that we just cut. And then this is all of the photo mats that we'll be doing for this layout. But we got this out of the way at the beginning. So now we can concentrate more on making our layout. So I'm going to put these 2 off to the side. And I'm going to start with the page that has these 3 photos. The base of this layout is going to be this paper right here. And I'm gonna just go ahead and trim the branding strip off of that. And then we can set this picture down. And then we've got this piece of paper that we've cut. It's the bigger of the 2. We cut 2 pieces. This is the bigger one. There's this one, and then there's, I'll show you, the smaller one. See, so this is the wider one. So the wider one, you're gonna wanna tear down very close, as close to the edge as you can get on both long sides. So on that side and on this side, and you wanna tear up towards you so the white core of the paper is exposed. And then after you do that, you're gonna go ahead and cut this in half right down the center. It doesn't have to be precisely exactly in half, but you get the idea. And then this skinnier strip, you're going to tear down just the right hand side of it. We'll just go ahead and do this now so we don't have to do it later. Okay, so you've got that one, and this goes on the other page, so we're gonna put it off to the side. So we are working with these. Now, I'm going to gently adhere these down. I am not going to adhere all the way up to the edges of anything. I'm just gonna kind of tack them down approximately where I want them to be, which is, you know, an even space. The top and the bottom should be pretty even. And then these guys just slide underneath with maybe about 1 inch or 3/4 of an inch showing on each side. And like I said, I'm not putting too much adhesive in case I need to move these. Just a little, just to get it tacked down so I can work with it. And then if I wanted, I could come back in at the end and lift up the edges and add more adhesive. Next, we are going to get this piece. Okay, this is where things can possibly get a little complex. So we're gonna get this piece of paper and we're going to fussy cut. And what I'm going to cut is, it is facing this direction. So the hexagons, the points are at the top, not sideways. Okay, and then I'm gonna start right here by this light colored one, and I'm going to cut, I'm gonna do this all on camera, so if you want the exact same cuts as I have, you could follow along. I'm cutting this light one, and then I'm cutting up to this darker one, and I'm cutting that entire thing out. I'm trying to do this without spinning the paper too bad, so you could tell exactly what I'm cutting. So I cut this light one, this dark one, this medium shade, okay? No, I lied. This dark one, this light one, this one down here. So we're gonna almost cut this entire piece. And like I said, this is just if you want to make the exact same shape that I made. You do not need to do this the exact same. There's a lot of hexagons on this piece and a lot of options. Okay, so we've got this one, this one, this one. It's 3. We're gonna cut down here, and then we're gonna cut down here, and that's where we're gonna end this. Okay, so our shape is now like this. If you want to pause the video and see where I cut, you could go ahead and do that now. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to my layout because I want it to stick out right from here. Just like that. Okay, and now we're gonna cut another piece. And this piece, we're gonna actually flip the paper upside down. And we're gonna start right here with this lighter piece that's kind of in the center here. And I'm debating how I should do this. Okay, I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna cut up right here from this, and then I'm gonna cut over and get this little hexagon that has this little weird shape in it. Oops. And I want the one next to it in there too. Okay, so I've got that one in there. I've got this hexagon and this one next to it as well. So we're gonna go ahead and cut that one out too. And guys, you do not need to, by any means, do the exact same cuts that I'm making. Because I'm kind of making a mess here, I think. I'm gonna try to get this cut out correctly. Okay, so we've got this one, and then we'll come back up here. And this guy that has like the little diagonal pieces. And then one more, this light wood one is gonna be cut. Whoa, you just throw this anywhere. And then back down. Okay. Cut those little bottom half hexagons off the bottom. So this is how your paper was. It was moved upside down, and this is the piece that you're gonna cut out. It looks like that. If you want to take a screenshot here so you can cut the same thing. And then this piece, we're going to adhere right under here. I'm just gonna lift this up a tad. And it's going to adhere just like this. Okay, I'm actually going to move everything I have over just a little because I feel like this is real close to this edge. But that's why I only tacked down the papers so that this is very flexible and easy to maneuver and easy to adjust a little. I just don't want it so close to this edge because it's real close to that edge and it wasn't super close to this edge. So it didn't look very centered. Okay, this is a lot better. And that's why I just tacked everything down. Okay, the next thing that you're going to do is you have one more piece of this paper, but it's this on the back and these on the front. And I'm gonna have you fussy cut all of these big bunches. So even this little one right here, this one, this one, this one, and this one. And we're gonna fussy cut all of that out, and I will be right back. Okay guys, I've got all these fussy cut pieces, and I'm going to keep a couple of them for this page. Let's see, I'm gonna keep this one that's like half, and then this one that's whole. And these other three are gonna go on the other layout. So I'm gonna go ahead and adhere these down, and for some reason, I just do not like the way this leaf right here looks. And so I cut it off. It just looks like, I don't know, an animal or octopus leg or something. I don't know. I didn't like the way it looked. It gave me the creeps, the heebie-jeebies. So I cut that one off. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere these down. Just about like this. And I'll adhere this one over here. Okay. And then we're gonna take out our ephemera pack and put some ephemera on this layout, and also these stickers. I'm actually gonna use the word relax. I'm gonna put that one right here. And this big seashell, I'm going to put this seashell right underneath the relax. Okay, so that's all of these stickers that I'm going to use. I'm going to use the word just beachy. I'm going to use this starfish, and I'm going to dig in here all the way down to the bottom and get this little chair. And then I really liked this anchor as well. And I'm going to adhere these things down. The just beachy, I'm going to adhere straight down to the page. Just like that. And the starfish and the chair, I'm going to pop up on foam tape to give that a little dimension. And put that right about there. And same with this little chair. I'm going to give it a little dimension. And then pop that guy right here. And then this little anchor, I'm going to adhere not on foam tape. I'm just going to adhere it straight to the layout. And I'm going to kind of bury it a little bit under this shell sticker. I'm going to peel the shell sticker off a little, as much as possible. And pop that down. Okay, and then we've got these cute little starfish charms, and I'm going to stick one of them. I'm going to adhere them down with glossy accents, and the little whole part of the charm I'm going to bury underneath the word relax. I'll show you what I mean. Got a little glue on there. And I'm just gonna slide that little whole part of the charm right under there. So you can't even see where the charm is supposed to hang from. And last but not least, I'm gonna get my clear little flat back finishing touches. And I'm gonna put a couple, there's large, medium, and small. So I'm gonna put a large one right here and a medium one right here and a small one right there. Oops, I got a little too much adhesive there. Okay. So this is the medium size, and this is the small size. And the large size. Okay, And then I'm also going to put a large, medium, and small down here. I'm going to put large, medium, small, and I'm going to put a large, medium, and small up here. Large, medium, small. And that's going to wrap up this side of the layout. If you would like to add journaling or date, of course, you would do that now. And then I usually add my journaling and date after I post my pictures online. And if you wanted to dress up this page a little more, you could always add stitching around the edges, or faux stitching, like draw stitching around the edges. That would kind of add just a little finishing touch to this page. Yeah, and then these just want to fight me today. And then we're going to work on the other page next. So I'm going to put this off to the side. So now we're going to grab the base page of this layout, cut the branding strip off of that, and then it's going to have the two 4x6 pictures and this piece of green and this piece that we tore. And then we're going to come in here, and there is one more scrap of this green left from last time. We're just going to turn it over and use it just like this. I'm actually going to trim about 1 inch off of it. So it just kind of gives those two little pictures kind of grounds them. So we can go ahead and adhere these things down. And we're going to start with the bottom layer. And then I adhered it about not even quite 1 inch from the very top of the page. And then I can adhere this piece, and that one is going to be about not quite 1 inch from the bottom of the page. So that space and this space are about even. And then we can go ahead and put the pictures and this extra little piece of white. Put it right about there. And adhere these pictures down. Then this is the bones of our layout here. Just like that. Move it over a tad. And just like that. And that's the bones of our layout. The next thing that we're gonna do is take the rest of this piece that we started fussy cutting, and we're gonna flip it. So we're not gonna cut from this direction anymore. That's the last direction we cut from the top. We're gonna flip it back over and cut from the bottom. And what I'm going to do is simply cut this whole bottom half piece off. You know, they're just the half pieces down here. I don't want those showing. And only about the first 4, and then it doesn't matter anymore. And then we're gonna cut this piece off because it's also a partial hexagon. And cut up here. And again, this is only if you want to be doing exactly the same that I'm doing. You do not have to do this the same that I'm doing. But we're gonna cut this whole little hexagon out. So it just gives it a little bit of an organic shape. And then you kept this knot, the one with the knot in it. And let's see. So these, you don't have to be too careful because most of these are going to get buried under the layout. So I'm just going to kind of cut in at an angle. So you've got this shape just like that if you want to take a picture how it came off. Okay, And then this is going to, whoa, slide underneath the pictures. So I'll put some adhesive down and slide this under just about like this. Great. And now we can add these last few pieces that we had. So one, this little corner edge one can go right there. And this one that's cut off the edge of the page as well can just slide right in here. And this one, again, I just don't like that little thing. It just looks like an octopus tentacle to me. So I cut it off. Heebie-jeebies. And that one can go right there, just like that. So we'll adhere these 3 down. And then the next thing that we're gonna do after we get these adhered is add the dimensional foam stickers will come next. And again, you don't have to use the same stickers or the same ephemera bits that I'm using. If something else matches your layout better, for sure, use that instead. But I'm just showing you the stickers and the ephemera pieces that I use. So we're gonna call this one Seaside Escape. So the word seaside, I put down first, and I kind of made it overlap right there. And then the word escape came from the bottom, and I put that one right about there. And it did cover up a portion of my picture, so you might want to play with the placement of those before just adhering them down. And then we're gonna grab the This Is My Happy Place ephemera, because it goes next on the bottom, and just kind of put it right about there. And then I used this foam sticker from the foam sticker sheet, this little shell overlapping. And then down here, we've got this piece of ephemera that's like the little starfish that can just kind of go right anywhere around here. And then this conch shell, I think it's conch shell. I live in the desert, so it might not really be called that, but that one can go right there. And then we're gonna put Day in the Sun, which is one of these little sayings, Day in the Sun. And that's gonna go right here. It does overlap my picture a little bit. And then finally, we're gonna put this shell right kind of over there as well. And one more ephemera that we're gonna put at the top. I grabbed this shell. Oh, where is it? Let me find it in here. Okay, I found this shell piece of ephemera, and that one is just gonna go right under here. Okay, and then we can get rid of, like I said, use whatever other ephemera. There's 58 pieces in here, so there's a lot to choose from. You can add more. You can also add more of these. There's so many left. These can make some great layouts after you make this layout. And then we're gonna go add a couple of these starfish. We're gonna add 2 more. So there's gonna be some starfish left over too. I'm pretty excited to work with the leftovers from this and see what I can create. They're gonna be very embellishment heavy because there's not too much paper left from this kit. So I might just pull a few sheets from my stash to use up more of the embellishments. And again, I tucked the little round, the little piece that you can hang the charm from, I tucked it underneath the word seaside. And down here, I'm also going to tuck it underneath this shell. Just like that. And then finally, we're gonna add some more of the clear finishing touches. So I'm gonna put large, medium, small, large, medium, small, large, medium, small, large, medium, small, and large, medium, small. I really like these, so I kind of used a lot of them on this page because I just think that they're really cool looking, and they totally look like water droplets to me. Let's see. Of course, all the large ones don't want to land the right direction for me to grab them with my little tool. So I'm going to go ahead and finish getting these on there, and then I will put close-up pictures at the end of these layouts. There's also pictures, of course, at the bottom of your instruction sheet, and there's photos on our website underneath the listing for this kit, which is called Seashore, I think. And so you can refer back to pictures at all of those places. And then, and in our community Facebook group, our design team will be posting their layouts that they make with these supplies. And they are, they don't follow my instructions, so they make their own unique layouts. And we would love to see what you make with these supplies as well. You can post your pictures on our Facebook community group too, not just for Boys Kit Club community. But thanks, guys, and there'll be some close-ups following this after I get all these adhered. Have a great day. Bye.